Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cosmic Drive Cup 2. The first match of the tournament is about to begin. Player 1 is Potatoes, and Player 2 is Possessed Hood 416. Obviously, as this is the first match, no one really knows what to expect. We have quite a few veterans of former tournaments participating in this one, but these two are entirely new. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies they employ. So when everyone is ready, we may begin. It looks like they're both off to a pretty good start. Well, I mean, you can't really have a much better start than this. Just a reminder, victory macaroons are on, in case you can't see. And so there's always that option to attain victory. We'll just have to see how it goes. They're both quick on the draw, neck and neck. It doesn't look like anyone has the early advantage. It looks like Possessed Hood's squad is slightly bigger, but Potatoes is taking the action here. That's the first time on the card for Potatoes. Who now seems to be thinking of going after the Bulborb. Meanwhile, Possessed Hood is fighting some Shearwigs and going forward on the hunt. Potatoes seems to have lost a few Pikmin to the Infinite Void below. Meanwhile, Possessed Hood seems to have it all together. Possessed Hood is bringing everything back in good time. Meanwhile, Potatoes seems to be taking the stay-at-home approach. It's a bit hard to see behind the corner of that bamboo gate, but it looks like Potatoes managed to get the Pikmin across without sending them down to their deaths. As you can see, Bomb Rocks are highly effective weapons in the right hands. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary has happened yet. This seems to be a relatively standard game, but that could all change! Potatoes is grabbing some extra winged Pikmin there. Looks like Possessed Hood has started to lose Pikmin to the Endless Void below as well. It consumes all who do not pay enough attention. It looks like Possessed Hood is just one item away from winning. Just one male Shigrub. Speaking of male Shigrubs, Potatoes has just got one, but is now being assaulted by an Amprat. Oh, the Pikmanity! Look at all the death! And Potatoes is only sabotaged further by a sudden lightning strike. It looks like the Amprat is closing in for the kill on Possessed Hood's side as well. Oh, the carnage! Bomb rock after bomb rock exploding in rapid succession. This is the kind of people in the tournament community love to see. It looks like Possessed Hood's victory has been denied as Potatoes has claimed every single male Shegrub on the map. But what's this? It looks like Potatoes is trying to steal victory from under Possessed Hood's nose. Will it work? Will it fail? We can only watch and wait. Potato's plan seems to be working. The Reds are desperately trying to take back that macaroon. But sadly for them, Evolution just hasn't dealt them the right cards. They can't fly and catch up with it. Could this be the end? Possessed Hood's Pikmin seem to be struggling in futility. But this could all just be an act. This is where the round is decided. It looks like Potatoes has won this one. So far, that is Potatoes 1, Possessed Hood 0. And now, we select the next map. Please stay tuned! We must ask the participants now what their bans will be this time. A good reminder from Potatoes. Go grab some water. It's important to stay hydrated, especially in weather like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go hydrate myself. This is the part where you hit start. Let the round begin! Arid Metropolis is one of the more difficult maps to navigate. Let's hope neither of them lose their way. A lucky start for Possessed Hood, who finds bomb rocks right next to his onion. It looks like Potatoes has also found bomb rocks. Potatoes is on the move, fighting a group of Shegrubs. If this were Pikmin 1, then one of those bomb rock carriers could have been thrown accidentally, blowing everybody up. But luckily, Pikmin 3 is well coded to make sure that this does not happen. A narrow dodge from Possessed Hood. Those two Pikmin had a very close brush with death. It looks like Potatoes is trying to snipe with a battle mine, but it's chaos and carnage, death and destruction on Potatoes' end as the bomb rocks are set off. Potatoes carefully approaches with the battle mine. One Pikmin is flung to their untimely death. But the armored cannon lava is dead, and that's all that matters right now. Possessed Hood seems to be going for a division of labor. But it looks like there aren't enough Pikmin to do the job. Potatoes must be having flashbacks now, seeing another armored cannon lava in the background. But Potatoes has found a group of purple Pikmin. What's this? A burrowing Snagret! This is a game changer! Potatoes seem to have waltzed on into Possessed Hood's base with an army of purples. But the yellows are giving their all. Fighting whatever passes the Pikmin equivalent of tooth and nail, given that they don't have teeth or nails. With the supreme lifting ability of the purples, Potatoes tries to snatch a melon. Or to be more precise, a wayward moon, as Pikmin 3 would have you call it. There appear to be more than a few imposters among Potatoes' ranks that are now taking their opportunity to strike. But the melon is still on the planned route. Possessed Hood has an enemy annihilator, usable at any moment, possibly on that burrowing Snagret. But if this is done, Potatoes could steal the Snagret right from under Possessed Hood's nose, just like with the Victory Macaroon earlier. But it's too soon! The burrowing Snagret did not die because the enemy annihilator was used too early. But the next cherry is a lucky marble that might save the day. The Snagret is having a feast out here. Could this be what brings Potatoes another victory? And it looks like it is! Potatoes 2! Possessed Hood 0! Let the round begin! Stagnant Sea, in my mind, is always a very interesting map to play on. There are a whole lot of gimmicks to it. And anyone who knows me knows that I love gimmicks. The question is, how well can these gimmicks be handled by our participants? It looks like they're both off to a good start here, but Potatoes is getting the lead in Pikmin growth. A head-on forward approach to everything helps a lot. This is true also of Pikmin. It's almost as if Possessed Hood has used some sort of miracle fertilizer or whatever. Because just look at how fast that growth has been. The squads are now equal in size. But what's this? Potatoes has found an ultra spicy spray. At just the right moment, this could be the decider. It looks like a Slurker has its eyes on Possessed Hood squad. Capturing 2 Pikmin. Or maybe more, I can't see. Okay, now definitely more. But what's this? Potatoes has decided this is an opportune moment to attack. With an army of spiced up Pikmin launching into the fray, can Possessed Hood hold? I remind you, in case you cannot see, the Potatoes has a Rock Storm ready for use at any point desired. It looks like another Victory Macaroon steal. Possessed Hood is giving chase. Will this be the moment of clutch? The Rock Storm does not think so. Another win for Potatoes. Oh, without further ado, let the round begin! It looks like Potatoes has tried to go after that lemon, but none of the Pikmin feel like digging it up today. There seems to be a bit of a laziness problem among Possessed Hood's Pikmin as well. What is going on? What has got into all of these Pikmin? What could have possessed the Pikmin to lose their will to work? Could it have been all of their comrades they saw die before their very eyes due to the irresponsible decisions of both participants? Who knows? It looks like for once Possessed Hood has the lead in Pikmin. But is Potatoes just going to sit down and accept that? It looks like Possessed Hood is having some Bulborb trouble. Meanwhile, Potatoes is taking it slow and steady. The Bulborb is dead, but the Dwarf Bulborbs are still continuing their feast. What's this? A lightning speed victory in the works for Potatoes! One away already! Possessed Hood really needs to step up his game. But what's this? A squad of male Sheargrubs here to further ruin the Pikmin's day. And what's more, desiccated Skitterleaves, and Potatoes' army has finally arrived! This is only the first match, and yet the chaos is more real than any I've seen in any previous tournament. I dare say this is the most interesting tournament we've had ever. And it's all thanks to the ideas of these wacky personalities that we have participating. It looks like both squads have taken significant losses, as the desiccated Skitterleaves continue to ravage Potatoes' squad, whose division in the field has been reduced to just 3 Pikmin. The other 13 are all at home. Another male Sheargrub had reared its ugly head. What counts as its head? I'm not very well versed in Pikmin creature biology. Unfortunately, the Sheargrub has claimed it him. It looks like Potatoes is not having a very good time. It looks like Possessed Hood has found his moment of strength in his darkest hour. like as is fabled. Potatoes seems to be going for the cherries. Just what could these two be planning? The enemy annihilator! But is there really any point in it now? A lucky marble! Could this be the end? Could this seal Potatoes' victory? It looks like Potatoes is simply going for the one thing he still needs. The honorable victory. Alas, Potatoes took the lemon earlier, denying the victory of Possessed Hood, which is now forever lost. Potatoes has won the match! Potatoes advances.